last night. Yeah, remember back in the days we used to chill on the stoops and watch coops drive by, call out who's is who's, ratty shoes shooting hoops with groups of boys. And when the girls walk by, holla, make some noise. Everybody talking about the fight after school. I'ma stand outside and watch, play my cool. Skate to the pool and see about a swim. Yo, tricks off the diving board, we about a 10. A pair of Jenko jeans, a tee and sunglasses, cooling while the fun in the sun and time passes. Kids smoke grass thinking that they badasses. Girls walk by, we laugh and make passes. Acting up, trying to get their attention. Act a fool up in school, end up in detention or suspension. We used to drive really fast. As time passed fast, well, that ain't really last.
Making memories with all my friends.
Yeah, I play my memories like a game of chess.
Remember when summer sunny days would never end.
We used to laugh out loud, thinking things would never change. As we started getting older, things started getting strange. Phillies games in the summer, when it rained, what a bummer. We would dream of a Range or a Benz or a Hummer. Kids up in school talking about gun threats. The world's changing and we still young yet. Yeah, we sneak liquor from our parents' cabinet. It don't matter the flavor, if we in, then we grabbing it and chasing it. Feeling funny for the first time, changing into adult, start seeing the first signs. The L roads in the place like Melrose. Axe effect so nobody can smell clothes. I still remember where I was on the 11th. Couldn't tell you where I was on September the 7th. And we were young then, now a generation grown. Yeah, the 70s were cool, but we got memories of our own.
Remember when making memories with all my friends.
Yeah, I play my memories like a game of chess. And we would throw a house party when the parents were gone, and sneak beer in the basement when parents were home. Disobeying rules, sneaking out on the school night. And we were still young, so it was cool to fist fight. Hot days, rendezvous at the swimming hole, and jumping off the bridge until the sun started getting low. School dances and young romances, football games and love at first glances. Love affairs that last about a week, on the lips if you're lucky, but mostly on the cheek. In the worst case, you would make it to first base. A huge deal, dog, if you made it to third base. Nirvana and Green Day, Biggie and Jay-Z. Nowadays tunes drop me loony and crazy. Got some memories here, so lend me an ear. We're down memory lane, let's have a memory beer. Cheers.
Making memories with all my friends.
I play my memories like a game of chess.
Remember when
You know what your problem is, Shapiro? It's that you just have this really shitty way of looking at things, you know? I don't have that problem. I just look at the dopeness. But you, it's like you just look at the whackness. You know? Yeah. But all you gotta do is just look at me.
Yeah, climbing to the top from the bottom of the totem. It seems as though I rock cause they're jocking on the scrotum. These songs are in the bag, not to brag, but I told them. They're like, where'd you get those lyrics? I'm like, oh, those, yeah, I wrote them. Yeah, you can go and quote them. Yeah, they wanna know what drove them. They wanna know the focus and inferior motives. This is superior devotion. Make moves, motion. I talk slick, act slick, live slick. Lotion. You cannot buy a potion that can teach you my explosion. It's conceived in me like a breeze in the sea. But listen here, G, this goes deeper than the ocean. Yeah, the reason that they quote them, cause I'm open with my notion. Oh, honesty's the policy from now until I RIP. Whole grain white bread, you don't get just a part of me. I know it might be hard to be, know it might be hard to see, but music is the life of me, the oyster of my arteries. Rapping it, rocking it, hip-hop and heavy metal it, R&B, blues, rock and roll, I just kettle it. Melting pot, dip it in the pop, why not Kevin it? Federline, red line, no such thing as bedtime. Anxiety's inside of me, provided by society, driving me maniacally insane. I need sobriety. Crazy if these people think it's fame that is driving me. Plain society, Heinz, I need variety. And who's to say it's the state versus the piety? But everyone's priorities are mixed up proprieties, and I can see 57 ways to get to higher ground. This is new music, the dopeness, flyer sound. They tell me, Luke, lighten up, pour a little Grey Goose and a Sprite in your cup. Yeah, lighten up. Check it out. Yeah. Me and my girl were up in NYC. We were boarding the subway. It was 10:03. We're headed out for some feasting, a bottle of Riesling. I was dressed to impress and she was looking lovely. We sat down holding hands waiting for the subway. We were both feeling right. And a man to the left had a 12-string guitar he held to his chest. Not a nice instrument by any kind of stretch. I noticed the frayed strings and the scratches on the deck. As he played and played, close attention I paid. He must have noticed me too, cause a connection we made. Yeah, he looked at me and smiled, but he didn't shake my hand. He asked if I play, I said no, I'm in a band. He laughed and asked, what do you mean by that? I said I dabble with the instruments, my specialty is rap. Again he laughed and he tilted his cap. He put his hand on my back and said get on that. So the three of us sat in the back, boarded the train. I sat with my dame, I was holding her hand. He took a stand and played, and he crouched real low. He picked the 12 strings and I started to flow. Yo, I was born up in PA, sing like VJ, spin like a DJ, rap kinda cliche, and so on. He was loving the rhymes, I was loving the moment. We got lost in the times. His stop came lame and he had to depart. He stopped playing, looked at me and said from his heart, soul has no color, you are my brother. He told me I was brilliant. He got on the platform, then he got back on and shook my hand. Yeah, the train moved a little and he kinda lost his footing. He looked me in the eyes and said the proof is in the pudding. Word, yeah. And that's just what it is when it comes to music, man. The proof is in the pudding. Doesn't matter what you look like, it's about what you do. That's how you define someone. Yeah. And this is the dope, man. This is what I do. This is music. Let's get down. Check it out. Yeah. I'm feeling good. I don't talk to them. Yeah.
I got mad love for you, shorty. That's on the real. I wanna listen to Boyz II Men when I'm with you.
You're the kind of girl a guy would die for.
Yeah, can I hear a little bit more of me? I just might die for you.
You're the kind of girl a guy
You're so
would die
beautiful.
for.
Let me talk to her. Yeah. Yo, you're the sign of my zodiac, arrest like cardiac. In the back of a tinted out black Cadillac, Kodak moment, we catch it with her camera. Body of Giselle and some lips like Pamela. Legs of a gazelle, but a not quick stamina. I don't remember well, but I think her name was Samara. And hot damn, could she handle a samurai? She told me not to tell, I said girl, I'd be damned if I think that she was seeing some other man or guy. I told her not to worry, I'm polite, I'm a manner guy. Oh, when's the next time I could come on to your manner, guy. I told her it's a full house like Danny Tanner. I think you're the kind of girl a guy would die for. The kind of girl that my eyes have eyes for. The kind of girl I'd devise a surprise for. Make believe, let that music rise more.
Smile like the sun. Her eyes are my world. She could move like the breeze. She was
Yeah,
some kind of girl.
Yeah. OMG, you are drop dead gorgeous. I'd pick you up and drop you at your dad's in my Porsches. And I can sit and chat with you all day on my porches. By night, see if you are like a contortionist. You're so proportionate, I feel fortunate. Now Wheel of Fortune, Vanna White, I'd like to purchase 2 vowels tonight. Just an O and an E, add a L and a V. And a L plus a U makes a you and a me. Opposite of enemies, we're so friendly. But look, my past tendencies was make enemies. I take all my dates for shakes at Friendlies. But you don't mind where we dine, where we eatin' at. Front row, backstage, balcony, or seated back. I pick you up in some pleated slacks. Pick you up and say I love you. You just say I needed that.
Smile like the sun.
Like the sun,
Her eyes were my world.
she was my
She
world.
could move like the breeze.
Yeah.
She was some
Yeah,
kind of girl.
yeah. Baby lady, stop me dead in my trail. You got me crazy like my head is in jail. I can feel it like I read it in Braille. And you make my heart beat like the opposite of snail. A natural girl for you, she emit her own aura. Conversation never bore you, and she's always down for her. Exploration like Dora, she got sense like Flora. So it makes sense, she always make you want more. In Uptown, down the ground, real senora. She love hip-hop like Simmons Kimura. She wanna go pop whites in and just pour her a glass. She got sass, and like school, she has class. Can I add that it's not a bad view from the back? Slow dance, romance, no plans, hold hand, cold sand, old bands, token and floating. You got me high, girl, and I ain't even smoking. Yeah, I ain't joking. Nah, you got me open. Yeah, you got me floating. Yeah, yeah. The type of girl I just wanna take for a walk in the park, maybe down the beach, buy you some flowers.
Baby, it's all because of you.
It's so beautiful.
And I can do the things I do.
LOL.
Give me such motivation, such a beautiful relation. And it's because of you.
Yeah, you're now rocking with the best in the world.
I want you to feel this
Luke.